Hey guys, thanks so much for joining today. This is my very beginner crochet video, and anyone who's bought one of my kits, this will be really helpful if you're just getting started and learning to crochet from the very basics. And if you're more familiar with these stitches, you definitely don't need this to review before you start with any of those patterns. And if you're just tuning in, welcome. I'm just going to go over some really basic beginner stitches. We're going to kick this off with a chain stitch. So you're going to wrap the yarn around your fingers and pull it through for a nice little slip knot. You're going to take your crochet hook and cinch it up so it stays on there nicely, and start your chain. So what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over and you're just going to pull that right through. This is the beginning of a chain. Repeat this for as many times as the pattern calls for. So you can just see them developing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 chains. So whatever the pattern calls for, do that many chains. This is a pretty simple beginning. Let's review it one more time. Wrap around your finger. Pull through for a nice little slip knot. Get your hook in there, cinch it up nicely, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and just keep count to make sure you're doing however many your pattern asks for. And this one, if you're just learning, doesn't hurt to pull it out, try a couple times, and just start to get that muscle memory. So there's a chain. Next thing we're going to do is a single crochet. For a single crochet, I'm going to work into this chain. I'm going to skip one chain and go into the next chain, which is this one right here. You're going to put your hook right through the top of that. You're going to grab that yarn on the other side and pull it through that little opening. Then yarn over and pull it through both of those. So this is your first actual stitch in this work. This chain here kind of works as a stitch on the end. So you're going to repeat that. So the next opening is right here. You're going to go right through the top of that work. Grab the yarn on the other side. Pull through, pull through. Repeat this all the way down. And as you practice, you'll start to get better with how much tension you're putting on it to try to get your stitches nice and even. I think that's some of the feedback I've gotten with people, is that in the beginning, getting used to how you hold the yarn. Everybody's different. I know there's definitely more traditional ways of holding the yarn versus what I do. So hopefully this isn't confusing to anyone, but this is definitely more comfortable way for me personally. So go ahead and do your single crochets down the row. If you need to repeat that, just pause this and try it a few times. And those are your single crochets. To start another row on the same piece of work, you're going to chain again, just like you did in the beginning, off of that last stitch. And turn the work the opposite direction now. And for this second row, we're going to do a half double crochet, slightly thicker stitch. To do that, you're going to yarn over. You're going to go through that first stitch. You're going to go all the way through it. Grab the yarn on the other side. When you pull through, you got 3 on your hook now. Yarn over again and pull through all 3 of those. So this is your half double. You can see it's a little fatter. Repeat that again. You're going to yarn over before you go through. Go through the next open stitch. Pull through, you got 3 on your hook. Pull through all 3. So go ahead and repeat this till you get to the end of the row. If you need time to practice them, you can pause the video And just keep doing them until you feel comfortable. And that's the beauty with crocheting. It is just repeat, 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 repeat. That's how you get comfortable with each stitch. So there's a row of half double crochets. So we've got single crochets on the very first. You can see how they're smaller and tighter. Half double, you can see they're a little thicker, a little chunkier. And then this third row, we're going to chain up twice now for a slightly taller stitch. Turn the work again, and we're going to do a double crochet. So double has one more additional step to it. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go into that first stitch all the way through the center of it. Grab the yarn on the other side. Now you got 3 on your hook. Yarn over again, pull through just 2 of those. So now you have 2 on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through both. There is your double crochet. It's a little bit longer, a little bit skinnier. So it just has that additional step to it. You pull through, got 3 on your hook, pull through, you got 2 on your hook, pull through, you got 1 on your hook. Yarn over, pull through, pull through. So you see how it just has one more step than the half double, and that's kind of what you'll see as a trend here. Each single crochet to half double to double, they just each have a additional step. Same thing, if you need to practice this one a few times, you can pause and go ahead and practice. I'm going to go ahead and finish this row and then just give you guys one more little thing for this beginner tutorial that specifically is covered in one of my kits. If you did the mini cactus kit by chance, I'm going to show you what a back loop only stitch is. So real quick review, we've got a single crochet, we've got a half double crochet, we've got a double crochet, and you can see how they get a little bit longer along the way. I am going to chain up just 1 this time, because what I'm going to be doing is a single crochet back to that first stitch that we did in the back loop only, and show you guys what that means. So if you look at your work from the top here, it looks just like the chain when we started, right? So front loop would be this one that's closer to me. Back loop is the one farther from me. So looking at this is front, this is back. I'm going to do a single crochet into the back loop only, which means I'm going to go through the center of this, just grabbing that back loop. I'm going to grab my yarn on the other side and pull it through that back loop, and then pull it through those 2. It's not that easy to see yet, but it starts to create a nice little crease, which is nice for added texture instead of just having a plain flat stitch. So you're doing the same thing with your single crochet. You're just working into that back loop. So instead of going right through the center, you're just going through the back loop only, single crochet. So as you get your row kind of going here, you'll see how these don't have that crease, and then this has this nice crease. So use this. I use this in making my mini cactuses, and you'll see how it makes a really cool texture. Gives it like that ridge. So it makes for a really cool looking cactus. So, and I use it on bigger cactuses too. Like here's one of the bigger ones I've done, and you can see it gives that cool ridging. So that's today's tutorial. Just beginner stitches. We've done single crochet, starting with a chain, single crochet, half double, double, and a single crochet back loop only. You could do the same thing with any of those other stitches for back loop only. So you could do it with a half double. You would just do it the exact same way. The only difference is where you're entering the stitch. So half double, same thing. You'll get that ridge also, just with a thicker stitch. Double crochet, same thing. Enter in the back, pull through, pull through, pull through, pull through, pull through, pull through. So you can kind of see. Half double, double, back loop only. You still get that pretty ridge right there. All right, thanks so much for joining. I hope this is helpful for anybody who's just getting started. And I hope that you got one of my kits and are enjoying it. Thanks so much.